This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good morning, it's Thursday, September 11th, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this morning, Rivers State government approves rehabilitation of State Secretariat complex. Mixed reactions as stakeholders speak on 5 billion naira saved from civil service verification. More candidates protest 5 million naira bond in Rivers Council election dispute. National grid collapses again. Details of these and more after this break. Hey, welcome back. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili with the news. Now, the Rivers State government has approved the full rehabilitation and modernization of the State Secretariat complex. The sole administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, made the announcement during the 2025 Civil Service Week Gala and Awards ceremony at Government House, Port Harcourt on Wednesday. He says the project is aimed at transforming the Secretariat into a modern, efficient and conducive workplace.
In recognition of the sacrifices and commitments of the Rivers State Civil Service, I am pleased to announce that approval has been granted for the complete rehabilitation of the State Secretariat complex. This iconic hub of our administration will be fully modernized to improve the working conditions for our civil servants, ensuring a conducive environment that inspires productivity, efficiency, and pride.
The sole administrator, Ibas, also approved the purchase of 106 housing units for civil servants.
Furthermore, I have also approved the acquisition of 106 houses of different types for the benefit of our civil servants. This initiative underscores our determination to not only recognize their service, but also to improve their welfare in tangible and lasting ways. These interventions are designed to reinforce the dignity of public service and to motivate our civil servants to give their very best.
Earlier, the acting head of service, Dr. Iyenge Brown, thanked the administrator for his consistent support and commitment to workers' welfare. Also speaking, the president of the Association of Retired Permanent Secretaries, Promise Njowo, said they were honored by the historic recognition. The highlight of the ceremony was the presentation of the Most Civil Service Friendly Award to the administrator by the Forum of Permanent Secretaries in recognition of his efforts to improve the welfare and development of the state civil service. Still staying with the civil service, the chairman of the Nigerian Civil Service Union in Rivers State, Chukwuka Osuma, has condemned the viral video showing a clash between the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Culture and the Director of Finance and Administration. Speaking with our correspondent, Emekotoka, Osuma says the incident goes against civil service rules. He expressed confidence that the state head of service will step in and ensure that anyone found guilty is disciplined according to regulations to deter future incidents.
I have not seen the trending video. It was not a norm in the civil service. But the head of service know we will take appropriate action and they will be disciplined accordingly so as to any other person thinking of such should know that it's not a norm in the civil service, maybe Rivers State civil service.
Well, we're not done with the civil service. This time, let's tell you that the former NLC chairperson Beatrice Itubo has welcomed reports that the government saved 5 billion naira from August salaries through verification. In a chat with our correspondent Onyeka Chinwosu, she says that the exercise vindicates those who supported it. However, she cautioned that many civil servants have either not been paid or got only half salaries. On the other hand, youth activist Charles Jaja faulted the claim, saying the report was rushed since some workers have yet to receive their August pay.
How can the Solad and his team claim to have saved the state of 5 billion naira through the verification process when some civil servants in the state are still waiting to receive their August salary even as I speak with you? It doesn't add up at all, and I think that paying the old salaries of civil servants should be the priority of Abbas before 18th of this month, and let's get the basics right before celebrating. Besides, we cannot applaud Abbas' team for whatever reason because they have received so much of revenue and yet.
To politics now. More Labour Party chairmanship candidates from the August 30th local government elections in Rivers State are protesting the 5 million naira security bond required to challenge results at the tribunal. The candidates, under the banner of aggrieved Labour chairmanship candidates, say the condition is shutting them out of justice. They confirmed sending a petition to relevant authorities, including suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara, demanding an urgent probe into the tribunal and the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Now, Labour Party candidates for Abua Odua and Oba Ebemandoni, Victor Akioma and David Iguela spoke with our correspondent Siobi Oruwari.
How can they increase a security bond from 1,000 naira to 5 million naira? That is extremely outrageous. The implication is that they do not want us to challenge the election at the tribunal. All of this is just to deny us of our legal right to challenge the irregularities in court. But however, we will still challenge it.
By the postponement of the 9th of August, we thought that government was a continuum and accepted to participate in the election. But the emergency law to set up a tribunal mandating petitioners to file in their petitions within 5 days with a bond payment of 5 million naira has made us to understand that the current RISIEC is an emergency rule body that runs contrary to the democratic rule RISIEC law and its stipulations.
Iguela insists the group will press ahead with its case despite what he describes as attempts to frustrate them.
Their plan was to use the 5 million naira bond to discourage us from contesting our matter at the tribunal. However, we will not be deterred. We will not even resort to violence. We are law-abiding people. We will explore every legal means to make sure that we fight this matter. We are going to use every instrument of the law that is available to us to bring them to book.
Others challenging the result include John Owe of Ahola West, Gift Adameje of Eche, and Victor Ndulue of Oyibo. Meanwhile, it's not just the Labour Party raising concerns. A National Rescue Movement councillorship candidate in Ward 15 of Akokotoro, Boma, says she is also disputing the outcome, insisting no elections were held in her ward.
What happened was just a jamboree. Out of 28 units, they brought 2 units for us to vote. If they are bringing 2 units out of 28, others cannot be able to vote because we have 28 and you are bringing 2 units out of it. And I have approached my party, NRM, and we are ready to proceed to court. The court will look at it. It is the hope of the people, it is the last hope of the people. So definitely they will know what to do.
In a related matter, a Rivers State High Court has adjourned hearing of a suit challenging the August 30th election to October 15. The case filed by former APC House of Assembly candidate for Port Harcourt Constituency 3, Chima Nnokam, and 4 others seeks to declare the election unconstitutional. They argue that RISIEC chairman Michael Ode and other members of the commission were unlawfully appointed and therefore lacked authority to conduct the polls. The suit also asked the court to stop the release of funds to RISIEC and nullify all actions already taken by the commission. Presiding Judge Justice Stephen Jumbo adjourned the case after hearing both sides. Counsel to the applicant, Cindy Babalola, spoke to newsmen afterwards.
For now, we had served all the defendants with our processes, which we had not received any response from them. And then the matter came up for hearing today, but unfortunately, none of the defendants had served us with their response. Today in court, a counsel came for the first 2 nights. Defendants fully briefed that they don't have a copy of the process. He said he needs sufficient time to be able to respond to our processes. So the matter was adjourned to the 15th of October.
To national politics now. The Independent National Electoral Commission has officially recognized the leadership of the African Democratic Congress led by former Senate President David Mark. The confirmation was published on INEC's website on Wednesday. It follows the party's internal restructuring ahead of the 2027 general elections. Apart from David Mark as interim chairman, INEC also recognized former Osho State Governor Rauf Aregbesola as national secretary, former Edo Governor Oseyime Osumbo as National Legal Advisor, Ibrahim Mani as National Treasurer, and Akibu Dalhatu as National Financial Secretary. We're going to a quick break now. When we come back, we'll tell you more about the national grid. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back. Now, some petrol stations in Port Harcourt have reopened after the suspension of the strike by the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG. Our correspondent observed the filling stations from Troba Extension to Rumosi were open yesterday, unlike the day before, when many joined the strike over Dangote Refinery's refusal to allow unionization. Some stations along the Obirikwere axis were also spotted selling fuel in jerry cans. And if you have been wondering why you do not have electricity in your homes, we have the answer. Now, Nigeria's national grid collapsed again around 11:30 a.m. on Wednesday, cutting supply across major cities. The Abuja Electricity Distribution Company and Port Harcourt Disco confirmed the collapse. In an update on X, the National Grid said... the body says restoration has begun with 495 megawatts already supplied to Abuja, while Port Harcourt, Jos and Yola remain at zero as at the time of this report. Meanwhile, former NNPC Group Chief Executive Officer Mele Kyari has honored an EFCC invitation after being placed on the agency's watch list. Kyari arrived at EFCC headquarters in Abuja around 2:15 p.m. to answer questions on financial and technical matters during his tenure. He's under investigation over a $7.2 billion refinery turnaround maintenance deal. A federal high court in Abuja had earlier ordered a temporary freeze of 4 bank accounts linked to him. Now back here in River State, fewer part of the 600 council staff of Emoha local government area who are yet to show up for the River State government verification exercise. Then listen to this. The chairman of the local government area, Dr. Chide Lloyd, says you should take advantage of the spillover scheduled for Saturday, September 13. In a statement, Dr. Lloyd says the exercise will take place at the main bowl of the Civic Center in Port Harcourt from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. He explains that the verification is meant to capture only genuine staff in the nominal role. The council boss warned that any staff who fails to comply will be treated as a ghost worker, which could lead to complications. Now, he also urged them to conduct themselves in an orderly manner during the process. Dr. Lloyd adds that he fully supports the state government initiative, insisting it will promote transparency and accountability in the affairs of the local government. And now, the paramount ruler of Odagwa 1 town in a Che local government area, Ifechukwu Samuel Odum, says he is optimistic that the new council chairman, Chima Boniface Njoko, will bring the development the area needs. Now, Samuel Odum, who is the Ochimba of Odagwa 1, congratulated Mr. Njoko on his emergence as chairman and drew his attention to some pressing challenges in the community, including bad roads, poor schools, lack of power supply, and inadequate health facilities. He appealed to the chairman to make Odagwa a priority in his developmental plans, stressing their support for the current administration will depend on how much it delivers in infrastructure and human capacity development. Now we move straight to business. West Africa Container Terminal, WACT APM Terminals Nigeria, in partnership with Garbage In Value Out, GIVO, has commissioned a solar-powered recycling plant in One, Eleme local government area of River State. The project, the first of its kind in the community, is designed to tackle plastic waste, create jobs for young people, and promote clean energy solutions. Representing the managing director of WACT APM Terminals Nigeria, Daniela Silva, said the initiative reflects the company's commitment to sustainable and eco-friendly operations.
This remarkable facility that is not only dear to the One community, but also strongly aligned with APM Terminal's drive to embrace more eco-friendly and sustainable means of operation. Waste management continues to pose significant challenges at every level of governance. Poor handling of waste often leads to dire health and environmental consequences. The good news, however, is that our world is advancing rapidly with innovative technologies now enabling us to manage waste more effectively and
Now, WACT's Community Relations Manager Justin Okwofu explained that the plant is a direct response to needs identified during a community assessment in 2022.
Actually, a result of needs assessment carried out in the community in 2022. One of the challenges faced by the community is problem of environment degradation. And then if you look at most of their drainages, they are all littered with plastic waste. And they are talking about, okay, how can we help them to pack the drainage? So we say, okay, if we pack the drainage, which means tomorrow they will still litter them with plastic bottles. So we're not looking at a project that will help us to mop up all these plastic bottles in the community and also convert them to something useful for the community.
And for Chief Executive Officer of GIVO, Victor Boel Komolafe, he highlighted both the environmental and economic impact of the project.
So we have about 12 kilowatt peak hours of solar that powers everything here. We also have about 2 electric vehicles for the collection in this community. The vehicles are also powered from the center. The center can do about 300 kilograms a day, which turns up to about 90 metric tons a year. For that amount, we also avoid about 2,000 metric tons of CO2 because all of our processes rely on clean energy.
On the spot, the paramount ruler of One, His Royal Majesty, His Royal Highness King Sunday Njijo Jiala, represented by Chief Godwin Ololuka, commended the initiative. He described it as a landmark project in Eleme local government area and a step towards solving the community's drainage challenges. The solar-powered plant will run entirely on renewable energy, helping to reduce pollution and improve public health in the community. And now to entertainment. It was fun and excitement last weekend at the Fonderland event in GRA Port Harcourt, with children enjoying a wide range of games from chess and snooker to rock climbing, table tennis, basketball, football, ludo, and ring toss. Convener of the Super Summer Blast Fonderland, Obi Ivy Fakae, said the event was designed to strengthen family bond and promote social orientation, urging parents to watch out for next year's edition.
Super Summer Blast is an event that is the biggest event just before the summer wraps up and schools resume. So we put this event together for the whole family. I've been creating content on radio for the last 3 years for children only, and by extension their parents. And I find that parents are interested in what benefits their children. This is why Fonderland exists. So Fonderland, where fun meets wonder.
Managing Director and CEO of Chow Confectionaries Event and Logistics, Fortune Inibi, and CEO of Event by Bands, Victoria Banigo, explained why they partnered with other sponsors.
Hearing that this event brings both parents and children together to have fun and play just before school resumes is just mind-blowing. So we decided to partner with her and have fun. The Super Summer Blast is all about family bonding, and what we have achieved is something that is really not rampant in this side of the country, which is making memories with family. So it's not just about children, it's about family coming together to have fun before kids go back to school. So memories.
Some participants also shared their experiences.
I came for Fonderland because I knew it was going to be exciting, and now that I'm here, it's actually very exciting. The shooting gallery that I'm doing now is very interesting, and there are other games everywhere that you can play.
We just played a game, and the name of the game is Ayo, and I just won. I had so much fun playing the game, it was exciting.
This is my first time, like I know the game, but I don't know it too well. Snooker game. It's interesting, it's fun, it's nice. I like the tactics of the game.
Okay, chess is a good game. I've been playing it since I was little. I learned it and it was so easy.
This is rock climbing. Actually, I'm scared of heights, but this is fun.
We are here at the Fonderland 2025. I'm here with my kids, even with my friends' kids. My kids have been having fun for a while. They don't even want to leave, and I'm happy too as a mother to be here.
Our correspondent Namda Samwala reports that prizes of the event included 250,000 naira for the family dance competition, 50,000 naira each for the kids cooking, spelling bee, quiz competition, and kids fashion parade, along with several other rewards. Away from that, the Eche Development Agenda, Okehi Ward 11, says the administration of the Eche Council Chairman, Chima Njoku Boniface, will open a new chapter of unity, peace, and development for the local government. In a congratulatory message signed by the ward coordinator, Roland Wankwala, and secretary, Gift Nwogu, the group described Chima Njoku's victory as a product of the people's confidence in his leadership qualities and vision for Eche. The group also lauded the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, the senator representing Rivers East Senatorial, distinguished Senator Orwell Onyesu, APC leader in Eche, Ephraim Wusi, patron of Eche Development Agenda, Dr. Fortune Obi, and the chairman of Eche Development Agenda, Eugene Nwokoba. Eugene Nwokoba, for their roles in the political and socio-economic advancement of Eche local government area. A statement further prayed for divine wisdom and guidance for Chima Njoku as he leads Eche into a new era of progress. On the international scene, Israel has launched fresh airstrikes on Houthis targets in Yemen after targeting Hamas leaders in Qatar. The Israeli military says it struck sites in Sana'a and Al-Jaf. Meanwhile, Qatar's government is demanding accountability, accusing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of violating international law by attacking Doha. Netanyahu insists Israel was justified, claiming Hamas leaders behind the October 7, 2023 attacks were the target. And that's the news package for this hour. But just before we go, here's a quick recap of our headlines. We told you that the Rivers State government has approved the rehabilitation of the State Secretariat complex. You also heard divergent views as stakeholders reacted to the 5 billion naira saved from civil service verification. And we brought you a report of more candidates protesting the 5 million naira bond in Rivers election dispute. And we also informed you about the national grid collapse. Well, the news was edited by Ufoma Ewamono. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.